Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of heckin' nerds. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at a roleplay toy. Actually, these are really more one-to-one prop replicas. From the old Bandai Legacy collection, we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Legacy Morpher and Legacy Tommy Morpher. So this was when Bandai still owned the toy rights. And for one of the anniversaries, Bandai started what was called the Legacy Collection. These were high-end collectibles that were designed to be one-to-one replicas of props that you would see on the show, as well as some Zords, which we will take a look at a later date. But these... as a 90s kid, I loved Power Rangers with all of my heart. It was the soul of my childhood. And I never got a chance to own an original Morpher. So when these were announced, I saved up my money and I bought these, and they're some of the crown jewels of my collection. Unfortunately, they have in some ways started to show their age. These are well over a decade old at this point. And they still hold up today, though, despite, I think you can see a little paint scratching. And one of the stickers on the back of this one is a little worn. But we'll get into it right away. So, when you get these Morphers... For the original Legacy Morpher, you get the Morpher, the belt buckle. This does go on a belt, and then you can display it either with the Morpher closed, like so, or you can pull it out and have it displayed as such. And I think that's a really cool display. So with this one, you do get 5 coins. And to eject the coin from the Morpher, you just hit the Z on the back of it. So I will show you the coins first. These are really cool. These are high quality. They're metal. Some people were a little confused by the fact that these seemed a bit more weathered than like the super shiny gold coins, although there was a version of those coins, or these coins, made like that. Here's the Tyrannosaurus. Here is the Mastodon. Here is the Triceratops, the saber-toothed tiger, and the pterodactyl. And then there's just my Morphin Power Rangers on the back. These are just, they're nice, they're weighty. You can hear they are metal. They feel like something that would be used on the show. Like I said, the whole point of this collection was to show a one-to-one prop replica. So this really does feel like something that you would have on the show. So I will just disconnect that so we can give you a better look at this Morpher. So it is done in the silver face plates with the black paint. Unfortunately, mine has started to chip a little bit because... I couldn't keep my hands off these. I had to do the posing and, all the photos and whatnot. But we will put the Tyrannosaurus coin in, and we will turn the Morpher on. Here's the back of the Morpher, by the way. You have the Z. This stood for Zoo Ranger, which was the original name for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but in Power Rangers, it, of course, stands for Zordon. So to turn it on, you just kind of move this bit down here and turn it on, and you get the communicator noise. So the way you hold it is by this handle, and this is a nice metal this is metal. It is a metal handle. You can tell by the patented cold touch technique. Thank you, Jabba the Hum. Basically with these, other than certain parts, what could be made out of die-cast metal is made with die-cast metal. This has a heft to it. This feels weighty. It feels like a replica, not a toy. I'm using that word a lot, but I want to differentiate. These really aren't toys. These are proplicas or prop replicas. So to open the Morpher, you have a button on this side and it will open, and then you can press the button to do some cool noises, and there will be lights. Now, this was the original release. This was the first generation of this Morpher. So the lights do 1 or 2 at a time, depending on the button press, or when you press the button. So it cycles through the different lights. It also does this if you hold it in. It does play the theme song, but it stops playing if you turn that off. And I will show you with there was a later release of this, as well as it was done with the Tommy Morpher, where there were improved electronics where all the lights will come on at once and you don't have to hold this in order to do the theme song. But yeah, that is the original Legacy Power Morpher. Just as a 90s kid who grew up on Power Rangers, that whole Saban block of Power Rangers, Mystic Knights of Terranag, VR Troopers, what was it? Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, Tattooed Teenagers from Beverly Hills, or no, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. That's a mouthful. But I grew up on that whole Saban block, and it was just awesome. Was Tattooed Saban? Yeah, it might as well have been. So now we will put these aside, and we will bring in the Legacy Tommy Morpher. As the name would suggest, this is the Morpher used by Tommy in the show. You can tell by the gold face plates. So it comes with 2 coins. Of course, we had in there the Dragon Zord coin and the Tiger Zord coin. And I just want to say, R.I.P. Jason David Frank. I am so sorry help could not get to you in time. And when we get to the end, I'm going to have another word to say about that, because this is a month where we should talk about things like that. So I will say something at the end of this video about that. But you can see these are the same sort of weathered and very weighty coins. And they are metal, and they just look so good. So it's basically the same thing with as if it is with the other Morpher. So we'll just turn that on, and then we press the button. And you'll notice that all 4 of these lights come on at once, and then you can just hold it in, and then it'll do the theme song. But I'm not going to play the full theme song because I don't want to get copyright striked. But yeah, I do prefer the electronics with all 4 of the lights going on at once. I think that does look a lot better. And I like that you don't have to hold it in to do the theme song. But yeah, those are the Bandai Legacy Power Morpher and Tommy Morpher. And yeah, if you can get it, let me put it this way. These are not going to be easy to find cheap. They are very old. They already were about $80 if memory serves me. And these were also Toys R Us exclusives. Yeah, these were around when Toys R Us was still a thing. R.I.P. Never forget. My childhood misses you. My inner child misses you, Toys R Us. But anyway, yeah, if you can find these at a good price, and you are a diehard Power Rangers fan, if you grew up with the franchise like I did, definitely pick these things up. And I do just want to bring this in again. A few years ago, we lost Jason David Frank to the scourge of suicide. It is something that can affect young and old, rich and poor. It can make depression can make the happiest person in the world that has everything to live for feel like there's no tomorrow. I myself suffer from depression. And while I've never been to that, I've never attempted, I've been to the dark place where that seems like it could be an option. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. This month is National Suicide Prevention Month. And I hadn't mentioned it until now, and I'm remiss about that. But holding this and remembering him seemed like the right time. If you are in the United States of America, pick up any phone, dial 988 for the National Lifeline. If you are hurting, if you just need someone to talk to, there are people there who just want to listen and just want to help you. That's, once again, on any phone in the United States. I don't know if there's a program like that internationally, but in the United States, that's 988 on any any phone for the National Lifeline. And I will put the number in the description as well. If you are hurting, please reach out. And rest in peace, Jason David Frank. You shaped the lives of millions of children, and you will never be forgotten. And I'm not even really gonna plug anything right now. I'm just gonna go to the end where I say growing up, or growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, be kind, especially to yourself. And rest in peace, Jason David Frank. You will never be forgotten. I'll see you guys next time.